Hi everyone, I'm candra.diningrat from ISID Indonesia, and in this video I'm going to show you a Suzuki Ignis subdivision modeling with Siemens and X. So let's jump to the video. So to begin with, I started by creating the catch polyline in this hood area, and after that I extruded horizontally using extrude cage, and I turning on my symmetric modeling to get a symmetric result. And I continue to modify this surface using transfer and also split face to get this curved surface. And I add more split face again in this segment and continue modifying using transform cage. And after this, I change my view to a front view, and I continue modifying my surface again using transform cage, following my raster image. And then I continued to create a narrow catch polyline for the side view. I created only 2 points here to get a side catch polyline. And then I extrude that catch polyline inward using extrude grid, and then I split this that surface into two segments using split surface, and then I split this surface again into four segments and adjusting some segmentation here, segment position, and I connect these three cage edges to these three cage edges to get this surface connection. And from that surface connection, I split again into two segments, and I modify the middle cage edge to get this shape. And then I continue to add more surface again. So the first one, I need to fill in this surface using sweep gauge, and I modify this position, and then I'm gonna add more surface at the side. So I'm gonna extrude this cage edge into a Z positive direction, and I need to adjust some cage vertices position here. And from the top side, and also I also need to adjust some position using transform gauge, and then I need to fill in this surface using fill surface. And you can see in this area I think I need more segmentation again. So I split this surface into two segments, and I refill again the surface using fill surface, and for this one I fill in using sweep gauge. And for the rest, I modify again some CAD vertices using transform gauge. And for this one, I'm really sorry I missed the recording for the front fender, but it was created in a simple way using the same method. And yeah, for this surface in this area, I created the surface using sweep gauge. And I continue again to create more surface, and for this one I create the front bumper surface using cage polyline, and from that cage polyline I extrude it for to the downward direction, and from that surface I split into two segments and connect these two surfaces using lock cage. And I continue to modify some cage edge position using transform cage using following my raster image. And then I'm gonna extrude these three cage edges into top direction or upward, and modifying some cage position from the side view to get this shape. And also I'm gonna split this surface using split face, and you can see that the surface is not very good. So I'm gonna delete this split face, and I'm gonna undo and change the position into this area, this point. Okay, that's it. Continue to add more surface in this area. So first one, I'm gonna extrude that cat edge and modify some position, cat vertices position using transform cage. And also I check it from the side view, and I'm going to connect these surfaces into the top side, but firstly I need to split the surface into two segments and then connect the surface using sweep cage. And for the rest is adjusting some cage vertices position until we got the final surface. And I continue to add more surface. For this I created using a sweep cage. And I think I'm gonna delete some cage faces here, and then recreating this cage edge using extrude cage, and then I'm gonna connect the surface using fill surface. And from this cage edge I'm gonna extrude it to the back side, and I'm modifying some cage vertices, and then I'm gonna split this face using split face, and then I'm gonna connect this to little cage edges using a sub cage. And now I create this rear fender surface using two cage polyline for the upside and downside, and then I created the surface using sweep cage, and for this shape I add more split face. I continue to add more surface at the side using sweep cage. Seems like I did a mistake, so I need to recreate it. I need to delete the surface and recreate it using the sweep cage. I need to select these two cage edges as my section and this one as my guide. Then I need to split this face into two segments and set the segmentation position and segment position, and also I need to split this face into 5 segment following the upper surface. And after this I'm ready to create a sweep gauge to fill in the surface. So I need to select one section and two guides. Then I add more surface here. I need to prepare some gauge polyline. I need to create this polyline, and also I need to create another polyline following my raster image. And I change my view and set the position again, and I created the surface using sweep edge, and then I created another surface using the same method here, and I set the catch vertex position following my raster image again, and I extrude these catch edges downward, and I do the same again, extrude these catch edges downward again using the same method, and I change my view to front view and change this position using transform cage. And then I create this surface using sweep cage again. I select this cage edges as my sections. I need to deselect these cage edges, and then I need to select this one as my guide and create it the surface. And then I created another sweep cage here to create another surface. And I created another cage polyline here to add more surface. I need to set some position cage edge cage polyline position, and then I created another cage polyline here as for my another guide, and I created the surface using the same method, which is using the sweep cage. and also add another surface using the same method for this one as my section and guide. And then I created this loft cage with one segment and split the face using a split face into three segments. And then I created the surface. This surface, I need to select two section and one guide to fill in the surface. Then I created this cage polyline at the backside. I need to delete it, and I think I need to create my cage polyline from the top view. And I extrude this cage polyline. So, but I think I need to revise some position and extrude this cage polyline. So I got this surface. Then I need to connect these cage edges together, but I think I need to split this face first into two segments. And I modify some cage vertices position here. And then I need to create cage polyline to connect these two cage edges. And also I need to change some cage vertices position following my raster image. And finally I created the surface using a sweep cage. And I prepared another cage polyline here, two cage polylines, and also I create another surface using sweep cage, and then I add another surface using the same method, using one cage polyline as a section and one for guide. And then I create another cage polyline here, and created another surface using sweep cage, and adjusting some cage edge position using transform cage. And I add another surface using sweep cage and split all these faces using split face. And here I prepared another cage polyline and created another surface using sweep cage. And from this surface, I modify some cage vertices position. And before I doing that, I need to split it first and then modify this point using transform cage. And then for this a pillar creation, I need to create another cage polyline. Here I need two cage polylines, and here for another one, and I need to adjust some cage polyline for position, and I'm ready to create another sweep cage. And I got this surface, and I need to adjust some cage vertices position using transform cage. And now we are going to create the surface, the rooftop surface. Before I doing that, I need to extrude these cage edges, split the face into two segments, and I turn up my symmetric modeling to connect these cage edges together, and turn back on my uh, symmetric modeling. And I need another guide here, but I need to change the position a little bit here, and then I need to create another polyline for my guide. And after this, we are ready to create the surface using sweep cage. Two for section and two for guide. And for this area, I created this gauge polyline, and I extrude this gauge polyline horizontally following my raster image. And I'm going to split this gauge face into two segments for the horizontal direction. So I got this curved shape at the side, and also I need to split this face in vertical direction into three segments, and I adjust some segment position and adjusting some segment position again, or cage face position again using transform cage. And I connect these two surfaces using lock gauge. And let's review our result first. So here we love the face edge, and this one is with the face edge. Now I'm going to create this surface. So I prepared some gauge polyline and extrude it horizontally. And from this point, I'm going to create another gauge polyline. So I place some point here with my gauge polyline, and then I modify some point position with in other view, and then I add another gauge polyline here for my section, and then I created the surface using sweep gauge. Then I'm going to add another surface at this area. So firstly, I'm going to split these faces into three segments, and then I'm going to extrude all these three edges downward using extrude gauge. And from that surface, I'm going to split it again into two segments, and I'm going to modify some shape so I got this curved shape using transform gauge. And then I create another gauge polyline for this rear fender, some area in this rear fender. And from this gauge polyline, and also modify the position from the back view following my raster image. And from this gauge polyline, I created another sweep gauge. And then I connect these two gauge edges using loft gauge. And I created another gauge polyline from the back view, and I change my view to side view and modify some point position using transform using gauge polyline. And I create another sweep gauge. And I extrude this gauge edge and modify some point position using transform gauge. And I change my view to side view and modify again using transform gauge, and I create another gauge polyline. Here I create another gauge polyline and modify some point position and create another surface using sweep gauge. And I fill this face using fill surface, created another gauge polyline here, and again I created the surface using a sweep gauge. And I create another gauge polyline, change my view to back view, modify point position, and create another surface using sweep gauge. And I create another gauge polyline here to connect these two points, and create another surface using sweep gauge. And I add another gauge polyline here, two gauge polyline, and create another surface using sweep gauge. So let's review a little bit our results. And here I create another gauge polyline with 3 points following my raster image, and from this one I create another gauge sweep gauge, and then I'm going to extrude this gauge edge inward. And from this face, I split into two segments and modify some gauge edges using transform gauge. And from these 2 points, I connect these 2 points using gauge polyline, modifying some gauge point position. And of course, To fill in this surface, I use the sweep gauge. And then to sharpen my surface, I split this face. And let's review our result again a little bit, and this one with and without face edge. And then I'm going to add more surface. First of all, I'm going to extrude all these gauge edges inward using extrude gauge. And I change my view to side view and modify these all these gauge point using transform gauge. I drag it vertically a little bit, and then from these gauge edges, I extrude it again inward using extrude gauge, and I connect these two gauge edges using sweep gauge. And for the top view, top side, I extrude it again downward and modifying point position using transform gauge. I drag it outward a little bit and fill the surface using sweep gauge. And to get more sharp shape, I split all these gauge faces. And I create another gauge polyline here. I change my view to the back view and create this gauge polyline with 4 point and create this slot gauge to get this surface. And after this, I'm going to split this face to get more sharp corner at the bottom. And then I'm going to extrude this gauge edge outward and modifying some gauge point position into this position, and then I sew these gauge edges together. And after this, I'm going to split all these gauge faces into three segments, and then I'm going to connect these gauge edges using lot gauge with three segments and modifying some gauge edges position using transform gauge. And then I'm gonna fill in this using fill surface and fill this surface using sweep gauge. And then I'm going to create another sweep gauge and modify this point position using transform gauge. And by adding more details, I got this result. And this one is the true setting view with the face edge turn on. And these are actually the combination of subdivision modeling and also nerve surfacing. And after this, we are going to the NX rendering, and these are my NX render results. Okay, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.